Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. We're so glad you're joining us for episode number 5. Can you believe it's the end of December? It's hard to fathom how quickly this year has flown by. We believe the first step before leaping into 2025 is to take time to reflect on what you experienced in the past year. Isn't it incredible how much can happen in just 1 year? It's been an exciting year of internal growth and healing, and we've realized we want to create more intentional space for reflection moving forward. We'll dive into how setting those intentions and using tools like planners can help us achieve our goals for 2025. We'll share some of our favorite methods for tracking progress and embracing those little moments that bring us such joy. So whether you're listening on the drive home or taking a quiet moment for yourself, we hope you find inspiration in our conversation today. Let's get started. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bloom with Tina and Kelsey.
Hello.
So it is like the end of the year already.
I know. December. Christmas is, when we're at the time of recording this, just around the corner, but at the time you're listening, gone and past. So
yeah.
It's kind of crazy how fast this year feels like it's gone.
Yeah. What a year it's been.
Fast and slow, because I do feel like the person I am now is like a completely different person from who I was in January. So like, how did that all happen in just 1 year? But also like,
I think it has been an amazing year.
Yeah.
Totally amazing year. It was my first year of retirement.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
And, just to look back, I have done so much.
Yeah.
So much.
Good. Yeah. I know today we really wanted to talk about like what those, goal setting and planning for the next year and all of that. But, when you and I were talking, we said the first thing you have to do is reflect on this past year before you start moving ahead to next year. Like the first place to start is what has happened this year, what went well. Like you were talking about all the things, the good things that have happened. And to that point, what's working and what do you want to make sure you keep doing? And then also, like, are there things that maybe you want to change and adjust?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
So the things that work well.
Yeah.
Just looking back at some of the reasons why I retired was going to church.
Yeah.
And I've been going to church the weekends, and if we're at the lake, you listen to it on Facebook.
Which, how cool that we can do that now.
Oh, I know.
I know. That's great.
Yeah. And the Bible studies, I've traveled so much. 9 of the 12 months, I've flown somewhere. Do you believe that?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've been to Ireland twice.
Yeah.
So 21 days spent in Ireland to visit my daughter Jessica, who's there for her job. But different retreats and a cruise with Plexus.
Yeah.
And it's just been amazing.
Yeah. And we've talked about this too, that I know I would love to go on more retreats and trips and things, but we're at very different life stages. So for those of you who are out there, like, there's no way I can travel 9 months out of the year. I'm in the same boat with you. And so when I do this type of reflection too, it's very much like which ones were like so valuable and I need to go back to that thing, or I feel like I got what I needed out of that this year and I'm looking for a new one next year type of thing. Because for me, it's usually like 2 years, my max, for like a trip without the family.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I have to be super intentional about what trips those are going to be to make sure I'm getting what I need out of each one.
Right. So. And then the health and wellness business that I'm doing, it's going, but looking back, I want it to grow a lot bigger than what it has been this year.
Yeah.
But I sort of just took this past year as a
time of reflection, time of relaxation.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see where I end up, continue listening to those God winks, So it's been, I've had a great year.
Yeah. And it's been, I feel like for both of us, and I wonder if a lot of our listeners can relate, it's been a year of, we've talked about, those roots growing down deep.
Yes.
It's been a year of that.
Exactly.
So that I do feel in 2025, like we're going to see some of the external growth from the roots that we've dug so deep over the past year or two for us.
Right. Because people can't see that.
Yeah.
People can't see the growth and what you have to do to grow.
Yeah.
And, people may think, yeah, since I'm retired, I'm not doing anything. Well, that is so untrue.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just look at us with building the podcast.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
Which was not like, to the point that I'm going to make next, that the podcast was not something in January that was on my radar.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, this was not on my radar at all. So what I've learned when I reflect on 2024, it has been a year of a lot of internal growth and healing for me and refining my footsteps, that type of thing. But the one thing I wish I would have done a little bit more intentionally is created some space to reflect more frequently than annually, which I typically do about once a quarter, but especially being the first year in my business, like monthly probably would have been helpful.
Yeah.
Because things are evolving so quickly. And there's new things coming up, new God winks happening. And so being able to like really be intentional about the time to give that space to actually be able to continue to hear and see those God winks, so that, and just reflect on what's working, what's not, what still feels aligned, what feels like it needs to shift. So for 2025, that's a huge thing for me, is being super intentional about how frequently that needs to happen. And for me, it really monthly feels like a good cadence right now.
Yeah. And even when I look back at 2024, I think about my self-care and others. I want to continue doing the retreats and letting people be aware of the importance of self-care.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know, so we both hosted our first events in 2024.
Yes.
You had the Soulful Serenity Retreat.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
I had the Turning Points Mindful Money Workshop that I just did. And I think both for each of us, that really filled our cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We both have a lot of work we can do to like create it, to make it a little bit even better for next time. Like, there's still a lot of growth that can happen within that space, but it was so amazing the first time around, like, and it'll keep, that's something I think we both know we want to grow on.
Right.
In 2025.
Right. I can't wait. I can't wait to start planning my next retreat after I had left your event.
Yeah.
That is exactly how I felt. I'm like, oh my gosh, I so am ready to start planning the next one.
Yes.
Because you could see the value that the people that attended, you could see the value that they got from it. It was an amazing afternoon. So, are you ready to take your health and wellness journey to the next level? Join me, Tina Baden, as we dive into the amazing world of Plexus, a health and wellness business transforming lives every day. Plexus offers a range of products designed to support your health goals, from weight management and gut health to enhanced energy and kids' nutrition. With a focus on natural ingredients and holistic wellness, Plexus empowers you to take control of your health. To kickstart your own journey, I invite you to connect with me. Take a moment to fill out my health questionnaire through my website for a personalized solution tailored just for you. Let's embark on this journey to better health together.
Yes. So we've both done some reflection. Now, I know too that you have had some time that you've taken to start planning for 2025?
Well, at the end of the year, that's what we do, right?
That's what we do.
You know what, you guys, I always can't wait to go and find the calendar. And I'm still old school that I love the paper calendar.
I have the passion planner. What's the one that you have?
It's a Day Designer.
Okay.
And this I got from Target. It's a Day Designer for blue sky. So, but it's a calendar that you can time block from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. It has a whole checkbox of things to do in your top 3, area for notes, a box for what you're going to plan to do tonight, and an area where you can write a box of gratitude. And then I just noticed this morning that each day has a quote from someone.
So I love that. Mine is week, but yes.
Yes.
So that's another point too. Like let's talk about planners for a moment.
Yes. Mine is a daily.
Yes.
Daily.
And mine is weekly. And it's just personal preference, really. So I use Passion Planner and I love their weekly planner. Have I ever shown you their daily planner? They also have a daily, which I don't use every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I have it for those days that I know I've got 1,000,002 things to do and I need to organize my thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is an undated daily that I use, but I keep my weekly planner consistent. Like that's the one I use every week to set up my week. I like to time block throughout my week.
Yeah.
Not throughout my week, but time block my whole week at one time.
Right.
Every Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I started, before we jump into that real quick. Yeah. I want to know if you have always used a paper planner.
I have always used a paper planner.
Yeah.
And I save my planners.
Yeah.
They're all in I don't know, it's sort of like a little crate.
Yeah.
With a lid on it. And I just put each one back in that crate.
Yeah. I remember the relief I felt, or not even relief, like the sudden, like I felt so much more organized once I started using my first paper planner in like 5th grade, right? And that's the first time they started handing them out to you.
Oh.
Right, at school. And so it was a game changer for me. I went to college and never had one in college. Why? I don't know why.
What?
I know. I didn't do it. I just didn't. And because it wasn't like when I was in elementary and high school, the school gave you one.
Right, but how could you not? How could you survive?
I didn't have one in college.
Is that because you had everything on your phone?
Yeah. And I did not have one again until 2020.
Really?
Yeah. And so that's when I somehow across my social media found Passion Planner. And oh my gosh, how did I survive?
I know.
From 2005 to 2020 without a paper planner? I don't even know. Yeah. Barely. That's the answer. The answer is I barely survived.
I just like to open it up, look at the month, and see what is going on.
Yeah. So mine now has become like an art project also. Right. So it's not just my planner. It's also like my Sunday afternoon therapy session of just making something look pretty.
Yeah.
So I use stickers and washi tape and markers and make it look pretty. And it gets me excited for what lies ahead for the next week.
Yeah.
But I always enjoy this time of year because I spend some time in my brand new, freshly unused Passion Planner setting up my back pages, which are the pages where I kind of track the goals that I'm setting for this year.
Oh, cool.
So I haven't done that yet because, December's an insane month.
Okay.
For those of us who have small children at home trying to do all the Christmas things.
Can you show me or explain to me what your calendar looks like?
Yeah, which part do you want to see?
The back.
The back pages?
Because that I want to possibly do that.
Yeah.
For my calendar for this year, and maybe everybody else wants to do it too.
Yeah. So I have The Passion Planner and a lot of other planners have this, have back pages that are just blank.
Mm-hmm.
So in Passion Planner, they have some that are just completely blank, like white pages, and then they have some with the like grid dots, which are great for creating trackers.
Okay.
Okay. So the ones with the grids are usually where I create my trackers for any goals I've set for the year. Because I can space out like what I want to do. And I just, based on what my goals are for that year, create different pages. And I use stickers to make it pretty and exciting to go back to. And so for this past year, a lot of it was business related for me this year. The goals were, and that's another thing this year. I'd like to get a lot more into like the personal side of what the goals are as well. But yeah, I create different trackers. The one that I've kept up with the best is probably which books I'm reading. And it's just a list in the back of my planner.
So books. What's this Flecks of Gold?
Flecks of Gold. So this is a page I created after I listened to a podcast called Minimalish, with Desiree is her name. And she was interviewing Rachel Nielsen, who created a whole journal around Flecks of Gold. But instead of going and buying the journal at that time, I created it in the back of my Passion Pen. And I just set up, I don't know how many pages this took. It's a few pages. So I've got each day of the month laid out.
Okay.
So I've got like the first, the second, and the third, and then I give 12 spaces in between there for January, February, March, April, May. So the 1st of January and then the 1st of February is the next line.
Okay. And I see that you have like J, F, M, A.
Yeah,
so the beginning of each month.
Yeah, for each
Okay.
month. And then at the end of the day, and I would love to put more attention around this going into 2025, because as you can see in here, it's sporadic. But
right.
At the end of the day, the goal is that you just reflect and remember one fleck of gold from that day.
So one good thing that happened on a day.
One good thing that happened. And for me, it's not even, so for me, these were not like business related necessarily. These were not like I hit this goal or I did this thing. This was really I felt really good when I watched my kids do this. I felt really good when I was sitting on, remember that moment that we were sitting on the couch watching the movie? Remember the smile on Milo's face when I was pushing him on the swing? It's like those little things that aren't going to fit into a tracker.
Right. And it's sort of like, instead of a journal, especially for busy moms nowadays, instead of a journal, you can capture that moment.
Yeah.
Write it in a sentence or two and have it there to look at each month then, really.
Yeah. And I set it up this way because I like that every time I go in, like if I go in on the 5th of the month, and it's July, I'm rereading the ones that happen on the 5th.
Right.
In January, February, March, April, May.
Yeah.
June.
That is so cool, because I sort of wish I would have thought of that when my triplets were younger.
Yeah.
Because they, each day they would do something funny or something that would happen or progress in their life or whatever.
And you can journal, but it's so much time consuming to go back and reread a journal entry that's a page long. And this is just a snippet.
Right.
Just a little snippet, and you go back and reflect and remember. And
right. Or even the funny things that, say, one of the kids say yes to another kid.
Yes.
Or something, or like a story at school or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do want to get a lot more intentional. So maybe that's one of my goals is, do this. But also, when you set goals, you can set a goal, but creating the habit or the routine behind the goal to actually make it happen. Because I can say, I'm going to do this more often. But then you also have to get into, how?
Exactly.
When?
Right.
What's that actually look like? Right.
Well, that's the whole thing about fitness goals. Oh, I'm going to go to the gym every day. Well, yeah, you say that, but you got to actually plan it. And there's a lot more than just, I'm going to go to the gym.
Which is why for me, when I do my goal planning, I really need to set aside I mean, it's almost a whole day just to give myself the space. And I'm not saying a whole day, like 8 hours, but like a 4-hour section of a day. So like give myself the space to actually consider, like go through all these steps of what I'm going to do to actually make these things happen, not just daydreaming for 30 minutes about what I want next year to look like.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be really intentional about it.
Right.
So I have not actually been able to find that space and time yet this year, but I am setting aside the time, and I know it's not going to happen while I'm on Christmas break with my kids, right? So for me, it will happen in January. I'm allowing it to happen in January and telling myself that that is okay. So for any of you out there who, you're hearing this on December 30th and it still hasn't happened for you, that's okay. Like, we can start in January and it'll be good and it'll be great.
Right.
It'll be just what it needs to be.
Right.
So this episode of Bloom with Tina and Kelsey is brought to you by Apricity Financial Planning. At Apricity, we specialize in helping women navigate life's financial transitions with clarity, confidence, and intention. Whether you're facing a career change, stepping back into work or away from work, or managing unexpected challenges, we're here to support you. If you've been looking for a partner to walk alongside you on your financial journey, someone who truly listens, understands your goals, and helps you align your money with your values, Apricity Financial Planning is here for you. Visit apricityfp.com to learn more about how we can help you bring mindfulness and intention to your finances. Explore our resources and take the first step toward building financial confidence and peace of mind. Let's work together to create a plan that works for you. Now, let's dive back into the episode.
So, Kelsey, explain more about your calendar. What different categories do you have in the back here? Because this is so fascinating for me.
This is a lot more than, So I always create, or I shouldn't say create, I always leave some blank spaces, like some blank pages in the back.
Okay.
Because I know I will have times come up throughout the year that there's something I want to remember and reflect on later.
Yeah.
Or there's a new goal that comes up throughout the year and I want to be able to, do that. So let's start. I mean, this is the first page, right? The first book I started reading, so I had a book goal. I was going to read 26, which I kind of mentioned, 26 books. But this book that I was reading,
that's one every 2 weeks.
I know.
That's a lot.
Somebody told me that that's what I was supposed to be doing, and I took them for their word. And then
my goal is
that's not where I'm at in my life right now.
I'm sorry, but my goal is one a month.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
The person that told me that that's what I need to be doing is not a mom of 3 kids with, anyway.
Okay.
So anyway, this page I created because this was the first book I was reading. So the book was The Sacred Medicine, and it followed the moons.
Ooh.
So it's written by a Native American, and follows like their moon cycles. And so there was like a chapter for each moon. So my intention was that I was going to listen to 1 chapter a month on that book. So I created this page to kind of
I get it.
Follow that through each.
I get it. Get it.
So I know I'll have one more book by the end of the year because I finished that one. I'm not done with it yet, but so that's what that page is.
And speaking of books, a lot of people do the Bible in a year.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot to me. But yeah, I've heard people do that.
Yeah, the Bible in a year. Maybe I'll add that to my goal.
Think on that, because that sounds like a lot. How long do you have to read every day for that?
Well, I think it does like maybe a few chapter and then a psalm and then something else. I don't know. Maybe something from the Old Testament, a psalm, and I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Look at that. Check it out. Then I always have a blank page that's just like when I hear a really good quote that I don't ever want to forget.
Nice.
I write it on there.
That's cool.
So the quotes I have in there this year are, "You are not the cause nor the solution to every problem."
Yep.
And "You're not starting over, you're starting wiser."
Nice.
And then I created a couple pages for like to go after I have downloads come in. So when I have a download, like from God winks types of things. that I can go to these pages and document what came in.
Okay.
And whether it's like I know I need to do this thing, or it's something I need to keep feeling into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what that is. These are more like journaling pages that I wanted to make sure I remembered. I have quarterly business metrics that I track, so I've got a page in here for that. The retreats that I go on, I keep a page that's specific for like my takeaways from those retreats, because a lot of stuff usually comes in during those retreats. Mm-hmm. And then just spaces to really, like, the back of my planner is, a lot of it's kind of the journaling, and like I tend to be a person who writes ideas down on a million different pieces of paper. So this is where the ideas that I know I don't want to forget, this is where they live.
Sort of like my to-do list on my phone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But mine lives on paper.
Exactly.
Sometimes I've started doing more with Google Docs.
Sure.
So that I can not be limited to however many pages are in this book.
Yeah.
But I also really appreciate pen to paper sometimes. Like, sometimes I could just think better.
Yeah.
When I'm putting pen to paper.
And it makes you feel good when you accomplish those to-dos.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. And then I have an accountability partner that we check in once a week and talk about like what progress we've made that week and what is happening. We're both in our first year of our businesses, and it's just like what progress, because sometimes it's not a tracker thing, right? Like, you're building a whole business, it's not a check mark on a tracker. So this is actually a list of like, this is the growth that's happened.
That is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Also, because think of how many times people are down and out or depressed because they feel like they're not accomplishing anything or they're not doing anything. But yet, if you have a certain page in your planner of what you have done, you can see it.
Yes.
And you can
go back to it.
Go back.
So this is a thing that
sort of like me, like, of all the things that I have accomplished this past year, it's all there. So sort of going back to that the roots with the tree, you know?
Yeah. So this is an idea that came from The Gap and the Gain, the book.
I have that. I have that book. I
know you do.
I have that book at home. That is one that Brooke Hemingway, my life coach, talks about a lot.
Yeah, I've heard it from a lot of different coaches. So I highly recommend that book, and that's where this whole thing came from. Because especially when you're first starting your business, I know we have a lot of people listening who are maybe in the first couple of years of the business, or just at the point that they're thinking about maybe doing something like that.
Right.
And it's so easy when you're first starting to think of like how far you have to go to get where you want to be.
Right.
And so that's what that book's all about. The Gap and the Gain is recognizing the gains that you've made instead of just focusing on the gaps.
Nice. So. And you have it titled Progress Over Perfection.
Yes. So that's what I put at the top of the page. Progress over perfection.
I love that.
So the idea here is that I have a nice place to like keep track of everything, but probably even more importantly, before I start diving into next year's planning, I always will review those back pages.
Yeah. I don't know. I just get into all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Especially at the end of the year and looking over all the things that, you know, you do accomplish, because people, you know, some people just don't give themselves enough credit, give themselves enough grace at this time of year. Mm-hmm. So it's good to reflect. Mm-hmm. And it's also good to plan ahead.
I know we want to get into setting goals for next year. A lot of today was reflection about this past year. So why don't we wrap this up and we will do an extra special episode, you know, diving into the new year and how to set goals going forward. Remember that if you're hearing that one in January, it's okay if you haven't started yet.
Give yourself grace.
Give yourself grace, and let's schedule some time to get that next phase going forward. So
Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of Bloom with Tina and Kelsey. Your support truly means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you as part of our blossoming community.
We hope you enjoyed this week's conversation and found inspiration in our discussions. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you love what you hear, please consider leaving us a review. Your feedback helps us grow and reach more listeners like you.
Join us next week for another exciting episode filled with insights, laughter, and growth. We can't wait to share it with you.
Keep blooming and see you soon.